Okay, we're going to try this again. Sorry, some technical issues. Video wasn't wanting to work for whatever reason. So once again, this is Real Talk with Josie, and I want to talk about a simple word that seems to bring out so many feelings and issues with people, and it's an innocent word, but at the same time, it's a complex word. That word is transgender. As I speak very openly, people know I'm transgender. I advocate for transgender rights. I advocate for all rights of people. But specifically transgender. So last night I made a post and asked people to tell me what they thought or what they felt when they heard the word transgender. For me, this word has a lot of different meaning, a lot of different feeling inside of me. Because to me, I just want to be seen as a person. I know that's how most transgender want to be seen as a person. It's not something we want to be labeled as. It's like someone that is a lesbian. They don't want to be looked at and labeled as a lesbian. They just want to be looked at and labeled as a person. Transgender's the same way. Black, Muslim, Christian, Catholic. It's not a label that you want. It is something that you are, but it's not how you want to be seen. You just want to be seen and loved as a person. Well, as a transgender, that's how I am. I just want to be treated like any other female. The female that I am, the female like anyone else is. It's no difference. Love doesn't have to have a label. Lots of people made comments last night on the post about being brave and courageous. To me, I've never seen myself as brave or courageous. I know a lot of other trans never see themselves as brave or courageous. I understand, as people have explained to me, why they see it that way. But to me, to give you a perspective, I've always been scared shitless my entire life dealing with this, trying to figure it out. What if this? What if that? What happens now? When I made the decision to come out, I was so scared, but at the same time, I was so relieved. It's something that, to me, does not define brave, nor does it define courage. Brave, courageous, you want to see some of that? Go to veterans hospitals. Go to cancer wards. Go to some of these places like that and watch these people fighting for their lives, fighting these diseases that they just aren't winning with, but yet they still smile, they still love life. That's brave, that's courageous. I'm just living life. And to me, I'm not trying to diminish anyone's opinion. I'm just trying to give you an inside perspective for me. One of the other ones that I heard or read was, it's a choice. Well, I'm here to tell you, being transgender is not a choice. It's not something I woke up and chose to do. It's not something that any of us woke up and chose. Now, we did make the choice to live instead of being in a depression or being suicidal or denying who we knew we were. So yes, we did make the choice to live, but to be a choice to be transgender, it's not something I would wish on anyone. It has been a hard road to get to this point. So I encourage people, help change that. Quit stating that it's a choice to be transgender. It's not a choice. This wasn't something I chose. Just like you didn't choose who you are. You don't choose how you think. You don't choose what makes you. You are who you are because you were born that way. We're the same way. One that puzzled me a little bit was I saw several people post that they're interested in transgender or that it's interesting. I had to step back because my first thought was, Okay, so are we a science experiment? Are we a spectacle? Because I try not to be a spectacle. I try not to be an experiment. I try to just live life just like anyone else. Um, I don't like being looked at. I don't like being stared at. Um, I don't know too many people that do. So that one puzzled me. So if someone can help me understand that, why it's an interesting thing, the word transgender, why we as people are interesting, I would love to get some insight if anyone can give that to me. Um, there was someone that made the comment about transgender are stronger than they are because of what we face and the discrimination and the choice of finally living life. I would argue that we are not stronger than anyone else. Yes, we face discrimination. Yes, we have to fight for things. Yes, we have to go through hard times. But I challenge you, everyone goes through that. Everyone goes through those hard times. It's not just a transgender person. Um, People that are younger that are figuring out sexuality, the complexities that they go through, figuring out who they are, whether it's sexuality or just who they are and what they believe. That takes a strong person to start standing up and saying, you know what, no, this is who I am. Political activists are strong. I can go down the list of people that are strong. And it's not any different. We're all strong. We all can be stronger together. Um, I want to set one straight here, and this one bothered me. Did not respond to the comment. Um, I am not confused of who I am. I am nowhere near confused, and all of the transgender people I know are not confused on who they are. That is insulting to me. That is someone that is not educated at all in what's going on. It is someone that refuses to understand what someone's going through. It's not a confusion on my part. I know who I am. People that I know that are transgender or lesbian or gay, they aren't confused. They know who they are. They're proud of who they are. So that is a word that I would encourage to help get erased when it comes to some of these terms or to these words of categorizing people. um, One of the other ones was oppressed. People talk about us being oppressed, and we are having to fight for rights as a transgender. We are a hot topic right now in a lot of areas because of different issues that are going on. Is there oppression? Yes, absolutely. But I also believe that the oppression only happens as much as we allow it. And anyone that is willing to help stand that oppression's going to last even less. And so I just encourage you, if you see oppression or you feel like you can make a difference, please do. That's the only way this is going to end, is for all of us to stand together, for us to learn how to work together, how to be together. The other one, and never mind, I'm not even going to get into the spiritual one. I know there's the people that have that feeling and that thought, and I wish them the best. I wish nothing but happiness for them, and I'm going to leave that one at that and not get into it. And there were some that say, and I understand this, they hate the term transgender. The term transgender is a label that opens you up. Am I transgender? Yes, I am. But no, I'm not. I am a woman. I am who I am. I am Josie. I live life, I love life, and I am full of life. The term transgender is just that. It is a term. It is something that medically can define me. Unfortunately, that term has carried over and has become a label, and it is just that. It is a label. Just like we want to label Muslims or Catholics or blacks or Asian, or it's a label. It's no different. I am a person. I am a white female with red hair and blue eyes. Yes, I am a ginger, and yes, I will throw that out at times. But it's a label. Don't use it in a way to define who I am. I am so much more than transgender. I've got some amazing friends that are just beautiful people. They are not a label. They are not defined by a label. I refuse to let labels define me. I've lived with several now in my life. I talk about these labels in different videos. I refuse to live by a label. I encourage you, watch yourself. If you're putting a label on someone, stop. Treat them as someone. You know, I loved seeing the posts, people are people. It's no difference than a man or a woman. You know, that's great. But so many people do not see it that way. Several people made the comment, it doesn't affect me, I don't care. It does affect you, and you should care. Now, whether it's specifically the term transgender, or someone that's gay, or lesbian, or bi, or genderqueer, whatever you want, there's someone in your life that is carrying a label and it affects them. Because instead of being seen as who they are, they're being seen as the label. So I encourage you, if you were one of those that put the comment, it doesn't affect me, or I don't care, do care a little. Care a little that you stand up enough that you aren't going to put that label on people around you. Don't use those labels. You know, if we would all love a little deeper, a little more, and a little slower, this world would be a lot different place. What I mean by that is, if you love a little slower, you're going to think about what you're doing. You're going to take a little bit of time. You're going to love a little deeper that way. You never know the impacts that it'll have on people. Instead of using a label, you use some love and just care for someone as a person. Watch how that changes the relationship. Watch how things change around you when you change how you speak and what you say and what you do. Love is a powerful thing. Equality is a powerful thing. I would love to believe that we will see equality for all in my lifetime. The realist in me says probably not. Because unfortunately we all are people. There's always going to be people that think they're better than others. There's always going to be people fighting for equality. But I refuse to let that drag me down and believe that we can't find some happiness in this world. Happiness together, happiness where we live, working together and changing the way people talk and the way people act. It makes a big difference. You know, I made this post last night about what does transgender make you feel or think. It was not in a way to bait anyone or to try and entice arguments. I simply wanted to hear. I wanted to hear what people were thinking and feeling. How do we bring up more discussion if we don't know what people are thinking? How do we bring up more discussion of what needs to be discussed if we don't hear from people? So I'm grateful for all the comments. I appreciate you all chiming in. I hope that maybe this video has shed a little bit more light and makes you think a little bit about using a label on someone before you speak. I hope that you have a beautiful Sunday. Reach out and love a few people today. Make a little bit of a difference. Maybe make someone smile. You never know, it might just change their world. Love y'all. Believe that you can so that you will. And you have a fantastic day. This is Real Talk with Josie, and I'll talk to you soon.